Canelo comes out and does what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. If Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins the fight.
But with Crawford, what are Crawford's keys to victory when you are fighting someone like Canelo, who, albeit maybe not in height, but in stature, is a much bigger man than him?
Control the center.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
I say Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo?
Yes, Terence win.
The boxing world is abuzz as Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have officially signed for a meta fight. Opinions are divided among legends and analysts, with some believing Crawford's elite skills give him a strong chance, while others argue that Canelo's size and power will be too much to overcome.
Terence Crawford calling out Canelo.
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight, you know. And he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, but this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that would just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky. Yeah.
Boxing icon Mike Tyson has voiced his disapproval of the matchup, pointing to Crawford's struggles against Israel Madoff due to size and awkwardness. He suggests that moving up to 168 pounds to face Alvarez is a risky decision.
Looks like it's going to come to fruition in September. What are your thoughts on that bout?
I have nothing to say. It's a good fight. And it's a good fight. I wish both of them the best.
All right, next question. Do you use that for motivation at all? Like Canelo's, like, you know.
I definitely do use that as motivation because if I was such an easy fighter and target, he would have came and beat me already. Just for him not fighting me lets me know how dangerous I am.
How would you approach a fight?
Is there scissors? Is there scissors? Ask for scissors. Go ahead.
How would you approach a fight with Terence Crawford if it was you against Crawford?
To be honest with you, if I fought Terence Crawford, I would definitely use my size, my reach, my weight to my advantage. Crawford is
David Benavidez has an intriguing perspective on the highly anticipated showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Unlike many who doubt Crawford's chances due to the size disadvantage, Benavidez believes he has a real shot at victory. In fact, he wouldn't be surprised if
Crawford throwing his hat in to want to fight Canelo at 168.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Canelo. It's the money fight. You know what I mean? I think even Inoue would come up to fight Canelo. Canelo wanted to fight him. I mean, I don't want to see Crawford to fight Canelo, to be honest with you. But it would be. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a great fight. It would be a great fight. But I feel like if I deserve my opportunity, and and after this fight, what else are you gonna say? You know what I mean? This is a tough fight. You know, the top WBC, the top people ranked at WBC are fighting each other. So I mean, it should be an easy call. If I can't get those fights, and I'll go up to fight Bivol, or I'll go.
Crawford pulled off an upset. He points to Crawford's exceptional skills, unwavering mindset, and relentless work ethic as key factors that could help him overcome Canelo's power and experience. While many see the fight as a mismatch, Benavidez respects Crawford's ability to rise to challenges and believes he could defy expectations on fight night. However, at the same time,
and Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
How do you see that fight? Who
I
do you
like Terence. It's my friend, but it's crazy man. Listen, I say Terence win. Yes.
What? Terence win over Canelo?
Yes, Terence win. But listen, Terence is different man.
On board with the fight, while he acknowledges that Canelo is the biggest payday in boxing and every fighter wants a shot at him, he personally disagrees with Crawford moving up so much in weight. Benavidez believes the size gap could be a major factor and isn't convinced it's the right move for Crawford's career. Despite recognizing Crawford's skills and chances of winning, he feels the fight may not be in Crawford's best interest. In his view, some weight classes exist for a reason, and this jump is risky.
Two sides.
Two sides.
Right.
And
And
right,
switch hitter.
yes,
He's a switch hitter. Yes.
Right and left. But it's very smart man. It's very, very, very smart. But feel distance and place.
Adjustments.
Spacing,
Exactly.
boxing.
You don't think the weight difference will be a factor too much?
Mario, you're asking him.
Alexander Usyk, a master technician himself, views this fight as a classic battle between size and skill. He acknowledges that Canelo is the naturally bigger fighter, which will undoubtedly play a role in the matchup. However, Usyk believes in skill over size and is backing Crawford to have the edge. In his eyes, Crawford is the sharper and more technically gifted boxer, which he sees as the key to victory. According to Usyk, skills win fights, and based on his assessment, Crawford's superior technique and ring IQ will give him the advantage over the physically stronger Canelo.
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying like, hey, forget about Canelo. That was a tough fight with Madrimov. Go ahead and give Boots a shot. Give Boots the chance. But Eddie's saying, hey, I think Crawford's saying, hey, give me the Canelo fight or I'm not fighting. I'm done.
Why? What do you got to prove to Boots? Boots trying to take over and start beating the guys around him, prove that he's the best of that group. Bud is in a group above him. Bud don't need to come back down to 47 to meet him. That's crazy. Why would he? Bud looking to try to make history and get out. Get his big bank and get out. His big bank is who? Canelo. He willing to take that gamble, see if he can beat him. If he beats
Roy Jones Jr., a legendary figure in boxing, has shared his thoughts on the highly anticipated showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Jones sees two possible outcomes for this fight, both hinging on Canelo's condition and preparation.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we...
According to him, if Canelo comes in at his absolute best, fully prepared and executing his game plan, he will come out victorious. However, if Canelo is not in top form, Crawford has the skill, intelligence, and sharpness to capitalize on any weaknesses. For Jones, the outcome of the fight depends entirely on which version of Canelo steps into the ring that night. Sean Porter, a former world champion who has shared the ring with Terence Crawford, has a more cautious take on the matchup. While he fully respects Crawford's toughness, resilience, and skill, he has some concerns about whether Crawford can handle Canelo's power. Porter, who has experienced Crawford's physical strength firsthand, acknowledges that he is no pushover. However, he also points out that Canelo has knocked out much bigger fighters, which raises serious questions about how well Crawford can absorb those kinds of punches. Despite Crawford's defensive skills, Porter believes that facing Canelo's power will be a completely different challenge, one that could be difficult for him to overcome. Amir Khan, another former champion who has fought Canelo in the past, is far more direct in his warning to Crawford. Khan knows firsthand what it feels like to be hit by Canelo, and based on his experience, he strongly advises Crawford to avoid this fight altogether. He believes that moving up to 168 pounds is simply too dangerous and that the jump in weight could end badly for Crawford. Having suffered a brutal knockout loss to Canelo, Khan understands the risks of taking on a naturally bigger and stronger fighter, and in his opinion, Crawford should think twice before stepping into the ring with the Mexican superstar. On the other hand, former super middleweight champion Caleb Plant has a different perspective. He acknowledges the size difference between Canelo and Crawford, but also emphasizes Crawford's adaptability. Plant believes that Crawford's strength, unique boxing style, and high ring IQ make him a dangerous opponent for anyone, regardless of weight class. He points out that Crawford has repeatedly shown his ability to adjust to different challenges and believes this fight could be more competitive than many expect.